Good afternoon. Welcome to another session of our Facebook Live on My Swim. I'm your host, Chris. I am the head coach and founder of the My Swim program. And I want to talk to you today about when is the best time to start working on your strokes. And more kind of elaborate on that was when is the best time to do drill work during practice to work on your strokes. So, first thing off, you can do stroke work all the time. Focus on technique at the moment you jump into that pool until the moment you leave the water. That every single stroke should be focused. You need to think about those strokes. You need to really focus in on what you're doing when you swim. It's just way too easy to just kind of pretend like you're just going through the motions and just kind of moving your body. That works fine for when we're walking or maybe when we're running, outside the water. That's great. But swimming takes a little bit more focus and a little bit more attention through our brains, of how each piece of our body is moving through the water. We want to really kind of use every opportunity to work on our strokes. So that's the general umbrella answer of that every coach is going to tell you and say, it's always good to be working on strokes. But let's focus in a little bit more. I find one of the best ways and best times to work on stroke technique is right after you've done a hard set. Your body's pretty tired, you're pretty broken down, you've done maybe some speed work, you've really kind of had to push your body and get your cardio up and spend a lot more energy. Things are starting to fall apart. This is the perfect opportunity then to relax, focus, spend that time working on drills, spend that time perfecting that one piece of your stroke that felt a little weak. Maybe it's a bad habit that you have. Maybe it's something that you want to correct that you saw in, say, one of these videos, but haven't had the opportunity to work on, either because your coach has told you that way or the workout just hasn't called for it. Maybe it's something that you saw on TV or heard in an interview with one of the elite guys. Those are the times to take and focus in. You don't want to focus on a lot of skills. Don't go broad. You want to focus in, okay? Go deep with it, not wide with it. You want to make sure that you stay with a nice narrow focus. Your body's going to be tired, so that's a perfect opportunity. Maybe it's a high elbow that you need to have. Maybe it's been dropping into your catch. You got to focus in. You got to do a little bit more of some catch-up freestyle. Maybe some fingertip drag, keeping that high elbow rotation. Maybe it's the rotation in general. Maybe it's a steady head. Whatever it happens to be, right after you've done a hard set, or maybe you've mixed it in with the hard set, that's the perfect opportunity to start focusing in and work on some of your stroke technique. I see Carolyn has joined us. Hello, how you doing? Great to see you. And so when we're focusing on technique, remember, stay focused on one, maybe two, no more than two pieces of technique that you need to work on. Okay? You don't want to go broad. You don't want to do your kick, your head, high elbows, your rotation, all those all within that same piece. Okay? Pick one or two, especially if you're training on your own, pick one or two things that you need to work on and take that opportunity to work on those individually, okay? And this should last for, 15, 20 minutes, Take your time with it. Again, remember when we're working with drills, you don't want to rush. Take your time with drills. Give yourself lots of rest. Really use your brains focusing on the drills. It doesn't do you any good to be doing very sloppy sort of catch-up free like this. Right? This isn't going to help you whatsoever. But if you really position your arm and think about every single pull, that is going to be a much more efficient drill work all the way through your stroke. That's going to benefit you later on. We've talked about increasing stroke rate. Well, this is a good opportunity to decrease that stroke rate, slow it down. This is count your strokes, even as you're doing drills. I mean, it really depends on the drill, but count your strokes. Use that opportunity to do a little bit of distance per stroke while you're still doing your drill. You might find that the two actually work very well together and help your efficiency without necessarily focusing on one or the other. Okay. Would the distance per stroke count as one of your focus points? Absolutely. So this goes back to our 1 or 2 pieces of focus. Okay. So take your time, relax. Your body's going to be very fatigued from doing a sprint set beforehand or whatever hard work it is that you've done. Then slow it down. Bring everything back down. Clear out some of that lactic acid. Reduce your stroke rate. Focus on 1 or 2 skills. If you're working with a coach, ask your coach, hey coach, what do I need to work on? What's been lacking in my stroke? What did you see kind of failed me earlier on in that big set that we just did? Always have open communication with your coach if you have one. If not, use every opportunity that you can to try and get some sort of feedback. Maybe talk to the lifeguards. Maybe talk to somebody else in your lane. Send video to somebody like myself who does online coaching. Whatever happens to be, try to get that feedback of your stroke. You can't improve without any sort of feedback with how you're progressing. So feedback is crucial in every single instance. Okay, whether you're swimming only 50 meters or whether you're swimming 4,000 meters, you gotta have that feedback. That's all I have for you guys today. If there aren't any other questions, I'm going to sign off. Hope you guys have a great Tuesday. This video will also be posted into the MySwim community, which is a private Facebook group. So head on over there, myswim.community, and you can check it out there. I'll also post this on YouTube, which is youtube.com/c/myswimco. And all these videos are under our Facebook Live stream. If you have any other questions, you can always shoot us an email or a message straight through Facebook. We'd love to hear from you and answer as many questions as you have. Have a great Tuesday. Keep on swimming.